Coach, want to kick it off with an opening statement, please?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a fun night at Dick Stadium. Appreciate everyone who stayed with us all the way to the end. Really, exciting and fun game. Guys did a great job, really embodying all the things that we've been talking about for the past month. Thursday evening was very much a microcosm of that, and obviously didn't start fast. Need to start much faster going forward, but was really pleased with the way the guys stayed together, believed in one another, got plays in all three phases. Things really went our way in all three phases, and the kids did a great job generating, creating those opportunities, seizing the moments when they came. So hopefully we can build off that going forward. Like we talked about after the game, really feel like this could be a moment where we springboard and really change the culture going forward, where guys can believe, the community can believe, the university can believe in what we're doing going forward, and defend Dick Stadium. Come on out. We're going to have a canned food drive. So if you bring one canned food, you get a free ticket. So bring a pallet of canned foods, and 30 of your closest friends come on out, see some great football at noon on Saturday, and honor our seniors as we play our last home game at Dick Stadium. Going to be with me and be with our staff for 3-4 years, and hopefully it gets to the point to where they're mocking and mimicking all the sayings and phrases that we have, because that message is going to be consistent. But I think the things that have really changed is that they know now that it's true. It was that breakthrough moment to where, hey, chips are down, things are stacked against us, here we go again, and they rallied. They believed. There's that one play that causes a spark. We get a touchdown. You get the surprise on side kick, and everything feeds off of it. The way that we've kind of discussed here a little bit about how this game's such a momentum-based game, and now we are able to take that momentum, carry it forward to all three phases, and defense getting stops, getting block kicks. Jamal Parker making great decisions, as the punt returner, and every yard mattered in that game. Mike Kerrigan coming up huge on the 4th and goal, and again, there's individuals and moments and just things that you can point to that are exactly what we're talking about, right? Like we've talked about how you're concerned about Mike. No, I'm not concerned about Mike. He had some drops early in the year, but Mike's a consistent pass catcher for us. And in, a critical moment, go to him again, makes a big play. X has been continuing to get better. The moment comes, he makes a play. Trickett has obviously been as consistent as they've been. He makes the play. We get huge defensive stops. KJ Sherrill playing at a high level. Nick Faulkner playing at a high level. Dom Hill battling through some injuries, but showing up and performing. It's just a complete team effort, complete family effort. And then the energy and the attitude that we had, out on the field yesterday, it's a little bit different because you get a nice win as opposed to, a 2-point loss or a 1-possession loss like we've had in the past. So, but that being said, the guys have done a great job the past month, regardless of what the result has been, going through the process the right way, and again, now we can take the juice of the win and move that going forward, because everything that we need is still alive. So now we got to go 1-0 again and beat Ball State and prepare the right way to do that.
So I'm sure you've seen in the last couple of days all the stats about how unlikely and where that comeback ranks in college football this season. Does it take until like the next morning to process like that? Oh God, that actually happened, or?
I don't believe a whole lot in analytics. So I've seen the win probability deal. Well, there's a chance, right? There's still time on the clock. I believe in our kids. So the stats and everything are really, really cool. I'm sure we're going to package that in a neat way that we can sell for recruiting and different things, because we're doing some pretty special things here that haven't been done in the past. The same way that from the very beginning when we sat down since day one, said that we're going to do some things that haven't been done here in the past. So all that does is kind of validate, what our kids have been doing, the hard work that they've put in, the success that they've created. And now they've created and they've put themselves in spots where we got another big game this Saturday, and we need to continue to refocus. And again, there's a very dangerous Ball State team coming in here. Don't let their 3-game losing streak fool you. They put up a bunch of points. They got explosive guys. They're very junior, senior heavy on defense. Do a great job taking the football away. So, it probably won't be until the end of the season when there's some after the national championship game, maybe we'll be fortunate enough to make that end of year montage, and we were a part of it because of that, where you sit back and you're like, holy cow, yeah, it was that big. But right here in the moment, right now, it's time to refocus. It's time to go forward and defend Dix again.
Did it make it a little easier to bring them, maybe down to earth is the wrong word, but you know what I'm saying, get their attention again? Obviously, the first 3 quarters, like you said, it was rough.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the way that we want to play, right? But I mean, you find a ways to really grow off the positives, and we've been doing some hard teaching the past 3 weeks, so we really leaned on the positives and showed them what we were capable of doing. And again, chips are down, things aren't in our favor, win probability, all these different things, right? But at the end of the day, hey, you believe in each other, you believe in the plan, players believing in players, coaches believing in coaches, coaches believing in players, all those connections that make a family whole, you know, then we can go do amazing things together. And when we're locked in and when we're focused, you know, and we're connected in the way that we were in that fourth quarter and down the stretch of that game, you know, we're a very dangerous football team because we're connected and because we believe. And when you have a team that's connected and they believe in one another and they're able to be mentally sharp and locked in, I mean, that's a team that's capable of great things.
You haven't ducked, you know, the bull talk. I mean, you talked about extending the season, how important that is.
Yeah.
You know, you did it for a week. I mean,
Yep.
again, another thing to kind of feed off. You didn't give up that hope when things were bad.
No, I mean, it's all there. And again, I think, you know, we don't say enough to one another that, hey, I believe in you. I just, you know, and probably around here that hasn't been said enough. I believe in our kids, and I know what they're capable of, and I believe that when we're locked in and we're focused, we can do all the things that we want to do as long as we're willing to work to do those things, right? Like everyone wants to go to a bowl game, but does everyone want to work and prepare to go to a bowl game? These kids want to do that. They've been doing that. And even though we came up short against Miami of Ohio, we came up short against Ohio, we came up short against Toledo, literally and figuratively, the desire to work and the way we went about our work was still the right way. You know, there was more juice yesterday out on the field because we won, and okay, there's hope and there's life and it's there. And again, now they believe because of that. And I believe in them. I'm not going to shy away for the expectations and the standards that we have from this program. I mean, we're going to challenge these guys to grow as young men. We came up a little bit short in our goal to win the East this year, but we're there and we're contending. And that's still something that we're going to strive for each and every single day. I believe we have the infrastructure and, more importantly, the people to win a championship here. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I believe that we can go to a New Year's Six bowl from this place. But the steps to get there at the end of the journey is to take the first step and get to our first bowl game. So we got to be great this week. And again, there's a very, very dangerous team that's coming here that's really, really well coached. But again, and for us to reach those standards and do those things, we need to talk about it. We need to embrace it. And we need to accept the stage and the moment that the kids have created because of their hard work this Saturday.
What was the feeling like ringing the victory bell? And you talked about before, but being hesitant to do that sometimes. What was the decision to do it with the guys?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I've done it every time this year when we've won at home. It was probably a little bit immature last year when I said that I wasn't going to touch it. But, you know, the more and more that you go through this thing with the kids and the taste of victory, you got to take a moment. You got to soak that up. So it was great to do. I mean, it was really cool, like just totally unplanned, impromptu moment. You know, Mike happens to be ringing the bell, and I run up, and him and I are ringing it together. I mean, again, a kid who has been here from the beginning, like KP said after the game, you know, he came here to change this thing. And he's doing that right now by making big plays. And for a kid to step up in a moment and have the ball in his hands and to make that play in a season where he's had moments to do that in the past and has probably, you know, has to carry that weight of not making those plays. But for him to refocus in that moment, there was a look in his eyes when we made that call like, all right, Coach, I got you. You know, like, truly, I got you. You believe in me. It's not just lip service. You're calling this for me. And he did it. And I mean, that is a testament to the kids' work and preparation that they've put in many, many hours, which gives me the confidence in those moments, regardless of what's happened in the past, that you can go back to him again. And he shined, and it's awesome. You know, and again, that's one small example. There's numerous examples of that. Julian Sams getting out on the screen to spring the block for X, you know, with defensively, guys holding down the point against a really, really aggressive and really, really stout offensive line, you know, to get the stops when they were needed and showing up in a big-time way. I mean, it's a testament to these kids' character.
Just, you know, you mentioned the senior quite a bit. Obviously, you come in here, not a lot of success. I mean, things can go one way or another. A lot of times they don't go, you know, the way they have. Just kind of talk about, you know, what's happened with that group in particular, and, you know, what they meant to you.
It meant a lot to me. You know, in this day and age, it's easy to leave, and they stuck it out, and they've bought into our way of doing things that have become their way of doing things, and I want this week for them.
And so moving on to Ball State this week, they obviously have like you said, very high-powered offense. Do you think it's a reasonable expectation that you guys could keep up with them in a shootout kind of game?
What do you think?
Probably.
Okay. So you believe? You believe we can do it?
Yeah.
Good.
Why not?
Then we'll be okay. As long as we believe, we'll be okay. I think we've shown this year that no matter what style of game that it is, if we believe, no matter what it takes, we can find a way to get it done. And I know our kids believe in that, and we'll find a way to make it happen.
A little more specific on them, like personnel wise.
I mean, their wide receivers can score from anywhere on the field. I mean, they are dynamic in every sense of the word, to where they can run deep, run past you, track a deep ball, and score that way. You can throw them a 5-yard hitch, and they can take it 60 yards the way that they did against Central Michigan. O-line is really, really stout, really, really good. They love running the outside zone, which is what we've seen a lot of the past couple of weeks from Toledo, from Buffalo. They complement that really well with the jet sweep action, so it really forces you to be disciplined and do your piece with them putting some really stress on your eyes, where you want to look one way because of different things. So they do a great job complementing their run games in that regard. They're a little bit unique to a lot of teams in the league, where they use quite a bit of formations and sets, to where they condense the formation, they'll spread the formation, different types of motions to adjust the passing strength. So you got to do a lot of communication to make sure you're right on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, 9 out of their 11 starters are either juniors or seniors, so they understand their scheme really, really well. They're kind of bend but don't break, and what they do a fabulous job of is attacking the football and generating turnovers. I think they got 22 or 23 turnovers on the year, so you can tell that they put an emphasis on see ball, get ball, and they do a good job getting it out. And then on special teams, their wide receivers, their dynamic wide receivers, are all over the place on special teams, and they're good physical football players. So as returners, whether it's a starting wide receiver or a tailback who's rushing up for over 100 yards, they're deep returners and can impact the game. They're predominantly a punt block team, which is a little bit unique. Like, they come after the punts and they want to try and dictate things that way, where a lot of the teams in this league, they're more return teams. They're going to kind of, more hold-up techniques and create come after it, so they are they're coached well. They're a disciplined group, they're a talented group, and they got an aggressive mindset about them, so it's a very, very dangerous football team.
Programs are both kind of in a similar situation where, been down a little bit.
Sure.
Things rebuilding.
Sure.
Bowl game would be huge for both.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to take a huge step this Saturday.
Yep.
Talk about that, matchup like that.
Yeah, wherever they're at, I respect Coach New and what he's doing, gotten to know him a little bit, kind of similar mindsets, quarterback background and more of an offensive mind and everything. So we've been able to have some good conversations and everything. And that would be huge for them, but more focused on, what it would do for us and what we need to do to make sure we're on the right side of the ledger. And again, it's a big deal because the kids have created this opportunity for them. And if we go about our business the right way, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about, hey, we got to do the right thing so we can end up on the right side of a close game. Okay, now we've done that. Now we got to go about our business the right way so we can end up on the right side of having a chance to go play in a bowl game. So our process really never changes. The situation and the stage that the kids create because of going about the process in the right way will change. But if they attack Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the walkthrough with the same energy that they did yesterday and the same attitude and the same enthusiasm, well, then all you do is you show up on game day and you add the emotion of game day, and other people get to see it. But for us, it's just another day. Big believer in practice, repetitions, game reality. If you treat practice like a game, when the game comes, then you're trained for the game. If you don't, and then you're going to turn it on, I'm going to turn it on for game day, then you're not trained, and you'll fall and you'll crumble under the moment. But if you're trained, like we talk about, then we'll be ready for the moment on Saturday. I believe our kids will be.
So the rush defense is something we've talked about a lot this season.
Mm-hmm.
The last couple games especially, you guys have had very different first half, second half
Yep.
performance. Do you think that's just halftime adjustments? Is there anything you guys can do to try and spread that performance out over a whole game?
Maybe it's the Gatorade that we're mixing up at halftime as opposed to the pregame Gatorade. And we'll talk to the trainers about that, and we'll do something different. But, in all seriousness, Coach Coffman and his staff do a great job. And it's the same kids like we talked about last week, making the plays in the second half that were just a step behind in the first half or whatever the case might be. So, again, it's just finding a way to start fast, and we're going about that a lot of different ways. But again, have utmost confidence that we can sustain that for 4 quarters from a fast start all the way through and finishing strong with it. So know our kids will be ready and be prepared, and we'll start fast this Saturday.
And Jet, I don't know if he played a little bit.
He did.
What-
Yep.
Is he just an injury issue?
Yeah. It was just kind of more precaution than anything else.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Bryce didn't start at left tackle. Did he start?
Bryce did not start at left tackle. Nope. So I mean, that was, again, everyone makes a big deal about the competition that took place at quarterback, and everyone notices that front and center. There's competitions going on everywhere, and that's more of a deal of competition and a young kid developing and having an opportunity. We gave him the start, performed well in the run game, needs to get better in the pass game, but those are 2 of the better defensive ends that we're going to see in the league. Great experience for Daniel Johnson with his first start. And again, we found a way to win with him and the way that he competed. And if he practices the right way this week, he'll earn himself another opportunity, the way everyone does kind of week in and week out, right? That you're going to compete for your spot and earn your keep week in and week out, and let's go get it on.
How about the Isaiah situation?
Trending the right way.
How about health-wise? Did you come out of that?
Health-wise, good. Again, it's kind of some bumps and bruises here and there. Nothing major, which we've been really very fortunate with this year because of the strength and our athletic staff. So we're good.
All right, guys, thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
See you again next Monday.
We will.